Hello folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to Conquering the Euro on Football Manager 2021. Today it is episode 8 of season 10 of the series with Barcelona, and today we face Manchester United in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You'll see both legs today, starting with the home leg at the Camp Nou, followed by the away leg. Only 6 days away at Old Trafford, and in between that we've got an away game against Real Sporting, which I will be showing on camera, and I'll justify that in just a second. And in fact, I'll do that right away. There's only been 2 games since you guys are last with me. You saw us get through the first knockout round of the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Probably the toughest draw of the round, bar Manchester United. And now we've got through to the quarter-final. We've got Manchester United. So, really tough draw. The game after that one against Bayern Munich, we lost to Getafe 2-0. Away from home, we've been struggling. We've not been doing very well. Just a very strange match. 6 shots and 5 on target from them. So, really good clinical stuff. But we are going to blow this league if we're not careful. There's only one challenger to us at the top, and that's Valencia. Atletico, Villarreal, the rest of them are all out of it. Real Madrid, particularly poor season from them. And if you look at our difference between home and away record, our home record, 14 played, 14 won. 52 scored, 4 conceded. Away from home, 10 won, which is pretty good, 3 drawn and 3 lost. 34 scored, 16 conceded. It's a vast difference away from home. And if we're not careful, that's going to cost us the league, because we have got a game in hand on Valencia. If we win that game in hand, which I don't know what that game in hand is, whether it's the Sporting game or not, but nevertheless, we need to win that game. If we don't win that game, then Valencia are 2 points clear of us, or if we draw it, a point clear going into the last 7 games. They have played brilliantly all season. They've only lost 2 games. One of those being against Real Madrid, the other one being against Real Zaragoza. They drew against us earlier on in the season, and this match on the 25th is really going to be a crunch match, I would say. But we've got the Champions League to focus on first, this first leg at the Nou Camp, so let's get into it, shall we? We've got our main squad out, most of them anyway. Jules Koundé plays at right back in a change, just rotational really. Upamecano, Spies and Schwartz play at the back with Sarpong and De Jong in the midfield. De Jong finally scored his first goal of the season. In the last match. It's a nice touch. Was it the last match? Yeah, it was against Zaragoza. In fact, I've completely glossed over that. We should take this with some happiness and celebrate it. We beat Zaragoza 7-0. To go from losing 2-0 to winning 7, yeah, don't get it. But a brilliant match. Frankie de Jong scored his first goal of the year. It's not been a great season from him in terms of average rating, certainly when you compare him to some of the other players in the squad. But he starts alongside Sarpong. Sancho, Foden and Elza starting the attacking midfield. The reason that Cassidy doesn't start is that he's got a sports hernia, so he's out for between 2 or 3 weeks. And our main man, Esposito, starts up front. So the opposite to the last round, whereby we played away from home first. I think I actually prefer playing away from home second, so I'm happy with this to play at home first. Obviously got a very good relationship with Ollie from our time with Everton. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still at Manchester United after 13 years and still doing a good job. But this is actually their worst season for a long time. But they're unbeaten in 5. We know how good they are from our time in England with Kanini and Rashford and all the rest of it. But we're not with Everton anymore, if you hadn't noticed. We're with Barcelona. And we've got a very good record at home. And hopefully we can keep it up. The only thing that's been a snag this year is losing those silly games away from home against lesser sides, and it's just a head scratcher, that is. I cannot figure out why that's happening. Really can't. And it could end up costing us the league. So that game against Getafe has to be the last one. We can't afford to lose another away game. Sancho, Frankie de Jong puts it wide to Jules Koundé. Sarpong back out wide. Koundé puts to Sarpong, whips it into the area. Elza just over the bar. I mean, ourselves and Valencia are on for 2 very good seasons, potentially sort of 100 points, but that's a terrible clearance from the United goalkeeper, but he gets away with it. Took a bit too much time over it, and the goalkeeper, to be fair. One of our youngsters when we were first at Wolves, Luke Matthews, went to Manchester United, and he's playing in the big time now in the Champions League. But yeah, I was going to say, ourselves and Valencia are on for 100 points this year. Real Madrid, Atletico have all tailed off. They've had a really bad time of it. So I wouldn't have expected it to be us and Valencia, but it is what it is. And we'll just have to see how we get on. We could end up, if we do this well, of course, we're in the Copa del Rey final. If we play well enough, we could just be looking at winning the quadruple. And that would be conquering the Euro, I would say, without necessarily winning it at 3 different clubs. But of course, that's still what we're going to look to do. We're going to look to get to 3 different clubs in different leagues, of course, around Europe and try and win the league. And potentially as a bit of a side series after this, I might do a sort of conquering the Euro world or even, lesser known European leagues, I guess. Sancho, though, with a chance, it's been quite tame, and that's exactly how it's been throughout. We've had plenty of chances, 8 shots, 3 on target, but not really too clinical, it has to be said. Sarpong gets the ball out to Esposito, puts it wide to Alzanoya, who runs past the Manchester United defender, makes him look like a fool. And that is a challenge from Kramer. Not Kramer versus Kramer, but Kramer. And Alzanoya did seem to go down easily, but it looked like a foot was put in there. And Paolo Valeri awards us a penalty, so a chance here to go ahead at the Nou Camp. Esposito steps up, and it's in the back of the Manchester United net. Esposito gets his 42nd goal of the season. Would you, Adam and Evie? Absolutely crazy. But really, with this being a home game, we want to win it. 1-0, I'd take. I don't really want them to score an away goal, but I think we might have to accept they probably will. I guess, worst comes to worst, as long as we don't lose this one, we'll be okay. But I have to say, we've done really well in all the big games this year. Of course, we've done the double over Real. We've beaten Atletico Madrid. Okay, we only got a draw against Valencia, but we beat Bayern Munich in some fashion. We just can't seem to beat the small teams. Very strange. Bit like Liverpool a few years ago, I found under Klopp, that was. Foden, Sarpong puts to Alzanoya. Oh, good block in there from Deem. He redeems himself for what he did previously, because, of course, he was the player who let Alzanoya through, but he redeems himself there. That even wasn't a pun that I intended for. But you know what? Because it was something that worked, I just went for it. We're nearly an hour in. The penalty only really being the only thing of note. And if it stays like that, I know it's not the most entertaining for you guys, but I guess I'd entertain that myself. Sarpong, Spies, Koundé. Sarpong gives the ball away but gets it back. Esposito with the header, but Matthews gets to that one quite easily. I feel like there's another goal in this match. I don't think this one is going to end 1-0. Calafiori on the wing for United. Puts it into the area. Van der Voort makes a good commanding save. Takes good command of his area. And now he's going to hoof the ball out. It's end-to-end stuff here. Foden. Back to De Jong. De Jong puts it through to Sancho. What can he do with it? He shoots. And it's 2-0 Barcelona. I didn't think it would end 1-0. It's now 2-0. And if that's how it stays, we've got a great chance going to Old Trafford in a week's time. And the semi-final will be against, if we get through that is, will be against either AS Monaco, who were 1-0 up after the first leg, or Leeds United. So you would suggest that if we win this match, we will be favourites out of that tie to go through to the final. But long way to go yet, but 2-0 up, it's a great position to be in. We've made our last 2 substitutions, just rotational stuff, and now we're 3-0 up. We are flying here in the Champions League. It looks like we're fairly certain to go through to the semis. If we can avoid Man United getting an away goal here, that would be the main thing, just so it gives us a great advantage to go to Old Trafford. And then, though, if we score 1, they need 5. It would be a big uphill struggle for Manchester United. But if they can get an away goal, they're not out the tie just yet. De Jong, Esposito, through to Foden. Foden puts it through to Kasongo. Kasongo nearly makes it 4-0. This is excellent stuff. And then we can't beat Getafe. Words fail me. Sarpong into the area. Doesn't really do much with it. But Manchester United all day, 83 minutes in at least, haven't offered anything at all. Our XG, of course, inflated quite a bit by that penalty, which got the scoring underway. But what a match that was. And I think that unless it's a disaster in the second leg, we should be as good as through to the next round. That is really excellent stuff. Absolutely awesome. So now we go on to, funnily enough, what's going to be the hardest match of the episode, I feel. The one against Real Sporting. I'm guessing we beat them at home quite convincingly. Or we've beaten anybody we've played at home. We beat them 4-0 at home. 4-0 away from home. And I'd be quite happy with it. But the way it's been going away from home, we're not going to do it. But please, we need a win or we're going to muck up the league. We really need to keep going if we're going to beat Valencia. They've beaten Atletico 2-0 in their most recent match. So they're on 80 points after 32. If they win the last 6, they're set for 98 points. What a season that would be. They've got Erling Haaland, 31 years of age. They've had a brilliant investment at him at 50 million. A goal a game this season. They've got some outstanding players, really have. They've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, I noticed. They've got Diego Lainez, who's a very good player. And they've got some really good players, they have. So, I don't know if they've ever won the La Liga before. I'm guessing they have, yeah. La Liga Santander. I don't think they've won it for a number of years, though. Last time they won it was 03-04, so we're talking nearly 30 years at this point. But Valencia are really our only challengers. Now that Atletico have been beaten, you can see Villarreal are third. No offence to Villarreal, but that just shows how Atletico, Real, Sevilla and Real Sociedad have all slipped up this year. So we need to beat Real Sporting today. Just the one change. Montes comes in for Sarpong. In fact, I'm going to make it 2 changes. I'm going to bring Upamecano off for Robert Haag, just to freshen things up a bit. I don't want players to be injured, etc. Obviously, we can afford to rotate in the Manchester United match a little bit, because I can't see them beating us 3-0. But then, you know, famous last words and all that sort of stuff. You know, in this match, everything sets up for us to absolutely go and batter Real Sporting. They haven't won the last 5. They've lost 4 of the last 5, drawn another 1. We've won 4 of our last 5. We're in second in the league. They're in 19th. Surely we can beat them, but we've been beat by Getafe. We were held by Celta Vigo, of course. We were beaten by Osasuna. So you just never know away from home. Really don't. So let's see how we go. I'm hoping, because the camera is being nice to me at the moment, we haven't lost a game with Barcelona on camera. Yes, we've drawn 1 or 2, but we haven't lost on camera, and I'm hoping that little shine keeps going for today. Obviously, we can't televise every match until the end of the season, because we'd be here forever. But fingers crossed, we're going to win today, because we need it. We need it. The way Valencia are going, looks like they're going to win every single match up to the end of the season. The only one, of course, we can influence is the match where we play them in a few weeks' time. And that might just be the title decider, because Villarreal, Atletico, it's only a matter of time, really, until they're mathematically out of it. We just need to make sure we score. You can see it's getting very similar to some of these other matches we've had away from home. 7 shots. You know, we've had far better XG, far better possession. Come on, Schwartz. Alzanoya. Alzanoya puts it to Sancho. Lovely ball over. Poor. It's funny, isn't it? The side just looks so different to what it looks like against good teams. It's almost like they're up for the big matches. And matches like this, they're just, well, you know, we'll win. Very nearly 1-0. And yes, that is Jared Bowen playing in Spain for Real Sporting. Sancho into the box again. This is where we're getting caught on the counter from corners. I've noticed that a bit. Sancho puts it into Esposito. Oh, just wide. But a draw's not going to be enough. 9 shots, 2 on target, 60% of possession. You know, you'd think one of these would get past, but it's 0-0 at half-time. I'm going to say keep playing the way you have been and the result will come. Given a bit of confidence, I don't know. Really don't know how we get out of this funk. Serrano into the box. Schwartz puts it out. Words fail me. Leonardo Campana puts Real Sporting ahead. It wasn't a dream. It just keeps happening, and I've got no idea why. Even if we concede 1 or 2, you'd think we've got the scoring power to get past that. And luckily, Alzanoya is up for that. Straight after they score, we've got one back. Didn't last long at all of about 40 seconds, but it's not really the point. We should have at least 2 or 3, and hopefully from there, we can kick on and do something with this now. We've got 40 minutes to go. I am playing the more attacking tactic against these teams, because of course you would, you know, that you try and take advantage of the possession you've got. That's why we go a bit more attacking. That seems sensible and logical. Doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but hopefully, because we've got a bit of momentum and we've scored the goal, that'll burst us into life now. Sancho to Haag, puts it back to De Jong. Alzanoya, oh, that's unfortunate. And we have a lot of these in these sort of matches whereby we are very unfortunate. You know, we hit the post, get the wrong side of the post, etc. etc. But 59% of possession, 15 shots, and 1 goal to show for it. And you can see that Real Sporting are away here. Oh, good save from Van der Voort. I'm going to revert back to our more defending tactic, but go attacking. Just to see if that makes a difference, because we really need a win here. We really do. Right, can we get a goal straight away? Sancho, he's away here. But he's not really the quickest, is he? That was the most pointless highlight I've ever seen. Got 20 odd minutes to go. I'm going to bring Alexander Isak on for Esposito and Gianotto Wilfred on for Philip Foden. But if we draw here, on paper, we are behind Valencia. I just can't see where the goal's going to come from. I'll get very attacking. Maybe go back to our old tactic. We're leaving this late. We really are. 5 minutes to go. It's going to be the same old story away from home, isn't it? More drop points. Unless we can get anything out of this last highlight. And if we can get a goal here, it might just change the season. Hard puts to Kasongo. Kasongo shoots. Yes! 2-1 Barcelona. Whew. Do the players just want to put me through that or something? I really don't know, but we're going to get the 3 points. Are we? Thank God for that. Jesus wept. Yeah, that was a let-off. We weren't good enough, I agree. A lot of negatives in that match. It wasn't great. We just about got through it. I don't know how. But I just don't get it away from home. How many away games have we got till the end of the year? We've got... Good news is we've only got 2 in the league. Oh, that's good. Almeria and Atletico. And fingers crossed, if Valencia starts to slide a bit, the league should be decided by the time we play Atletico. Okay. Well, we're still in the driving seat for the league. It's going to be tight. But, for sure, it's only going to be a 2-horse race. Valencia were actually predicted to finish 3rd, so good tip in there. But Real Madrid are a long way behind, where they should be. Interesting stuff. But now we've got the second leg of the Champions League. We revert back to the Champions League now. I wouldn't expect we'll go out of this, but every game's different. Who knows? Man United need to overturn a 3-goal lead to get through to the semi-final of the Champions League. I'm fairly confident. That's why I've done a bit of rotation here. We've got a few players playing in positions they don't usually play. We've got Todibo in the midfield. Frankie de Jong alongside him. Gianotto, Sarpong and Kasongo in the attacking midfield with Isak up front. Which needs to rotate. And we've got our main men on the bench. Your Sancho's, Esposito's, Phil Fodens of this world if we need them. But I think we're going to be okay. As long as we score 1 away from home here against Man United. Yeah, kind of allow complacency to undo all the good work. I agree with that. Now, we're 3-0 up. Get 1 here and Man United need 5. Which is not against the airs of possibility, I suppose. But just get 1. Just 1 goal, and I think we're through to the next round. We did brilliantly in the first leg, as the team talk suggested. Just make sure that we go out there and don't undo that complacency. Go and play as well again. And we will be through to the semi-final of the Champions League. I don't know where that's going to be played. I don't know where that's going to fit into the schedules particularly. But if we do get through, I'm sure we will find out in due course. Bruno Fernandes. Haag. Ooh, Calafiori has a header and it goes over the bar. Again, you still haven't watched us lose on camera. I think if there's going to be a match we lose, it's probably going to be today's match. I think that Man United are really hungry for this. That being said, we've had a very good start possession-wise. 60% of possession. So I don't know. Let's see. Sarpong with a free kick. Not scored a free kick yet on this save with the club. Sarpong can't get much from there. It's a long way out though, to be fair. Robert Haag into the box. And that goes over just about everyone there. I mean, if it ends 0-0, again, it's boring, but it'll do. Sarpong to Debo. Wilfred back to Todibo. Sarpong to Kasongo. Then Kasongo to absolutely no one other than Manchester United. Wonderful. But we're nearly half an hour in. No goals yet, which suits me. Again, even if Man United win, they've got to win by 3 to take this at least to extra time. So I'm quite comfortable the way we are at the moment. Again, if we can get that 1 goal, takes the pressure off a lot. Haag to Debo. Todibo back to Haag. Haag to De Jong. De Jong puts it through to Kasongo. Kasongo can't do too much with it, but cuts inside. Puts it through to Alexander Isak. And a good save there from Luke Matthews. Isak was offside, but, you don't know, do you? You don't know if it's going to be offside or not. The keeper still makes a good save. Man United have a lot more shots. 8 shots in total, but none of them so far on target. And half-time, yeah, we're still leading on aggregate. No problems of that nature. And, It's looking pretty good. Man United could score 3 in 45 minutes, so I hate to keep repeating myself, but a goal for us wouldn't half help. Don't get yourself sent off, Sarpong. I thought that's what that highlight was going to be there. Rashford going on a run, puts to Dixon on the wing. Dixon back to Bruno Fernandes, and Rashford puts Manchester United ahead. Which, again, I'm not too bothered about, because as long as we can get... Alright, shut up. You know what I mean. Get a goal and we'll be alright. Again, this is a rotated side as well. I'm not expecting them to put a few past Man United, as long as we can get the one. Sarpong gets dispossessed. Through to Kanini. Good stop there. We need to push forward a bit more, I think. The reason that Man United are getting the best of us is because we're sitting back too much. And I just worry if they get a second one. Which could happen. Timo Schwartz puts the ball forward. De Jong. Through to Isaac. Good tackle there by Dim. Or Deem. Gerardo, Sousa, Fernandes. This looks good move from Manchester United. Rashford, back to Sousa. Ball to Fernandes. Ball to Fernandes again. To Rashford, good save. Man United are really putting the pressure on. And somehow, I'm starting to feel a little bit less comfortable now. Especially if they go and score a second. Dixon. Dixon into the area. Good save from Van der Voort. I'm not going to say it again, but that's just what's on my lips all the time here. Let's see. Kramer, Gerardo, Kevin Dixon, Gerardo, Sousa. I mean, they are looking good here. Deem, Dixon into the area. We're under intense pressure from Man United here. I'm not going to demand more out of them yet, because we could just score here. Todibo, Spies into the Knox. Kasongo puts it in the back of the net. My work here is done. I don't need to commentate anymore. Man United definitely have their work cut out because they need to go and score 4 goals to get through to the next round. If they go and score 3 and win this match 4-1, we will go through on away goals. So I think we can sit back here pretty chilled. As I said, it was just all about getting that goal. Get that goal and we should be through to the semis. And Gnotto nearly puts us ahead. Nearly. 20 minutes to go. Let's make a few subs. We've already bought Frankie de Jong off for Alzanoya. We're going to bring Foden on for Sarpong. And we're also going to put Kuonde on for Robert Haag as well. So 15 minutes to go. Good episode today. Really good. Through to the semi-final of the Champions League. We're going to be playing either Monaco or Leeds. Imagine having to beat Leeds to get into the final of the Champions League. Crazy. But we'll see if we're the only Spanish team left. Good for all through to Isaac. Isaac's made it 2-1, but I'm going to guess that's going to be offside. It's pity because it's a brilliant ball from Jules Koundé. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be offside. I mean, great match here. I mean, as I said earlier on in the episode, I think we won this match in the first leg, really. When we beat Man United 3-0 at the Nou Camp. As I said at the end of that one, you know, it'd be a big shock for us to go out after that. We just needed the 1 goal. And that's exactly what we've done. Be a bit disappointed to lose, though. I'd like to keep that unbeaten streak on camera, because I know I can come back for every match this season now and be safe. Todibo puts it through to Isaac. Isaac shoots just off the post. Tell you what, there could have been a few more goals if they'd have gone right side of the post. And that sounds like a terribly Michael Owen comment, so I apologise for that. Good save from Luke Matthews there. Wilfred nearly made it 2-1. It's very much opposite now. We were really being put under pressure by United, and now it's the other way round. A few minutes to go, and Manchester United are going to be leaving home very sad at only getting to the quarters. But we are through to the last 4. Excellent stuff. Really good stuff. And Paris Saint-Germain have gone out. Dortmund are in the semis. Interesting. So let's skip on a little bit, because I think it will be tomorrow. I think it'll be tomorrow's match where we find out whether it's Leeds or Monaco that we play in the next one, and then I can work out what we're coming back for. Whether it's gets in the way of what I was going to come back for anyway, which was going to be a 3-match special. But let's see. Let's just skip on a little bit. I think it's tonight where the 2 matches are. I haven't really got a preference between the 2. I have to say. I don't want to sound too boasting, but I think we can beat Leeds or Monaco, to be honest. I think I prefer Monaco out of the 2 because Leeds are going to be very much the underdogs. But it is Leeds we're playing. Champions League draws Barcelona against Leeds. The winner will meet either Borussia Dortmund or Chelsea in the final. I think out of these four, we have to be said with a favourite now. Dortmund are second in the Bundesliga, very much playing second fiddle to Bayern, and Chelsea aren't doing that brilliantly in the Premier League. So I think we're probably favourites now for this. So we're going to come back next time out with a 3-match special. We're going to play the Copa del Rey final. We're going to skip over that match against Almere. I'd like to have played that on camera because of our away form, but we'll skip that. We'll play the big one against Valencia on camera, and then we'll also see the match at Elland Road. And then, obviously, in Saturday's episode, we'll play against Leeds in the semi-final. And probably, if we beat Valencia, I think if we do, again, another 3 matches, Sevilla and Malaga, possibly the league could be over, and then play a Champions League final if we get to it. But let's see how we go. It's going to be an interesting end to the season. As you probably noticed, most of the matches now are going to be on camera because they're all really important. It's going to be tight though. It could all go so majestically well and we end up with a quadruple, or we could end up with 2 Mickey Mouse Cups and bugger all else. If you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Football Manager 2021 content. Thank you for your company today, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.